what does that look like in my life? What are some markers that I can say, this is what it looks like to be content in my weakness? What's a measuring stick? I'm going to give you 5. This is not exhaustive. This is a starting point, and it's from this passage and from my own experience. First marker, being honest about my failures. So if God's grace is displayed in my failures, I don't have to hide them. I'm not saying that you wallow in your sin, that you don't ask for forgiveness. I'm not saying that you don't repent. I'm saying if I fail, it's embarrassing. But if that's how God shows his strength, then maybe I don't have to hide that. Maybe I can be honest about that. The second marker, can I extending grace to others? Right? So if God is gracious to me in my weakness and uses my inadequacy and my failures, then I should be able to look around at the people around me as they're inadequate and they fail and say, oh, maybe God's using those too. Maybe God's using those to build patience in my life. It's a distinct possibility. That can be a struggle. But the reality is that if God works in weakness, then it's not just my weakness, it's all of our weakness. Third marker, staying calm in the face of personal attacks. So if I'm walking with God and I'm being obedient, I can not be bothered by the fact that other people are negative or they're attacking me. In fact, I can agree, you know what? You pointed out some of my weakness. That's true. That is my weakness because honestly, God uses weakness. And so, yeah, let's be honest about it. Fourth one, focusing on God in difficult circumstances. When we're going through hard things, they seem impossible, but we can rely on God that he's working in those things. It's not punishment. It's not that God's abandoned us. It's just the way that the world is, and God is using those to help us to focus on him. Last one, serving God wherever he calls me. Because God defines success and failures differently than I do, I can actually look at things that feel like failure and acknowledge that maybe God is using that in a different way. If I feel like I'm not capable of accomplishing the thing in front of me, that might still be God inviting me to rely on him.